Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new and you just happen to stumble across my page here on my channel here on YouTube. Hi, I'm Mend. So if you like all things spiritual, tarot, oracle card related with a bit of witchcraft thrown into the mix, then do hit the subscribe button. I also do weekly pick a cards because I absolutely adore doing readings. So if that's your thing and you'd like to join, I would love to have you part of the family here. We have a lovely community, and yes, so we have a pick a card here, and also hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. So we have 3 groups here. So we have group 1, group 2 and group 3. The timestamps will be below in the description, and I'll also try and remember to put them into the comments as well. So if you don't know how pick a cards go, I'm presuming most people do, but just in case you don't, you just take a few minutes. I'll go through that in a minute to see which one you're drawn to. The crystals are solely there to kind of have something to focus on, to maybe pique your intuition a little bit more. So what I would say is these are general messages, they're kind of collective messages. I'll tell you what I'm seeing, hearing, feeling, and you take what resonates, you leave the rest. Again, I always state to everybody, you are the creator of your own life, so you get to make your own choices, right? You don't have to take nothing if it doesn't sit right. So what we're going to do is just take a deep breath in. And just center and listen to your own heart, your own mind, and see wherever it is taking you. Are you drawn to the black moonstone, the golden healer, the labradorite? Maybe you're drawn to 2 groups, or maybe all 3. Let me know in the comments below if the messages resonate, and I will see you in the group that you pick. Hi group 1, so you picked the black moonstone, which is such a gorgeous crystal. I'm obsessed with it. So let's see what cards, what messages are for you for the week ahead. So we have heed the messengers, heed the messengers. Oh, surrender to the flow. Summer, bask in joy and light. A deep breath. And we also have awareness. Okay, so what does that mean for you, group 1? Well, the first thing I want to say that I'm drawn to is a deep breath. For a lot of you, I feel there's definitely a lot going on right now, and you might be feeling overwhelmed and just kind of, oh my gosh, I don't even know where I'm going, where I'm heading. Am I staying? Am I going? What am I doing? So for a lot of you, I feel this around the whole a deep breath and surrender to the flow. It's about being present, being aware of where you're at right now, and to just take that deep breath, right? Just slow down for a minute, slow down and listen to your own intuition. What is that telling you? Because we have heed the messages here, and awareness, which is really tuning into your own intuitive abilities, psychic abilities. Like, what are you maybe seeing, feeling, hearing, tasting, smelling? There's many different ways where we perceive messages, but this is about, first of all, coming back before I get into this, is that it's all about surrendering to the universe, right? And surrendering to the flow. So sometimes as difficult and all as it is, and speaking with somebody who sometimes resists going with the flow, is that we have to just flow with it. Some things just work out better when we go with it instead of going against it, because when you resist, in one sense, with the universe, it'll give you more to resist. So you don't want that, okay? This is about going with it. And when we go with the flow, more things will flow more easily to us, because we're kind of like, yeah, I'm good, I'm in a good place. So it's about creating that good place for yourself. So what I loved about this for you, group 1, is you've heed the messages and awareness. So like I said, I'm really feeling a sense of tuning into your own psychic abilities. Really, for a lot of you, I feel you're very either empathic or energy healers, energy workers, or you're working within that spiritual field. So maybe you're working with crystals, or you're just starting out, so you're feeling very overwhelmed by all the energies that are around you. And this is where protecting your own energy is very important. It's very key, because when we start raising our vibration and really tuning into those abilities, you're going to feel overwhelmed. Sometimes it can feel like this whole burst of energy at you. So while you're raising that awareness and really tuning into that crown chakra, that beautiful crown chakra, and listening to the messengers. So everybody has their own guardian angel. We all have different spirit guides, ancestors, you might work with deities, whatever is the case, because everybody's practice and everybody's beliefs are completely different, right? But it's about listening to that, right? We can get very excited when we're starting out. For a lot of you, I feel this is about embarking on your own journey. But for a lot of you, I feel, especially here in the Basque in Joy and Light, I feel a lot of you are taking it a little bit too seriously. And while yes, I do agree with taking it serious and not treating it as some gimmick or what's the word I'm looking for, that you are enjoying it all the same. This is something that you should be having fun with. So while it's not a party trick, it's something that should be enjoyed, and you should be really approaching it with like a positive attitude. Don't be fearful of it, and don't be dismissive of certain signs that come up either. I feel for a lot of you that, oh, that was a coincidence, or oh, I'm imagining that. No, our guides will be, you can ask for very specific signs, answers. So just to tune into that, make sure that you're listening, but having fun with it, enjoying that process and that journey. I also want to pull a affirmation card for you as well, group 1, just to really set you up for the rest of the week. So any messages that come up for you that you're hearing from your guides, that you're listening to it, okay, that you're not dismissing it, maybe keep a journal on it. Oh, hello. My productivity stems from inspiration. When I focus on what brings me joy, my tasks become effortless actions. So I really feel this is actually really tying in here with the surrender to the flow, a deep breath. So as you can see, you have the hand with the beautiful colors flowing out from it. So it's all about, maybe you're feeling creatively blocked, and that once you get with that flow, it'll flow more easily to you. That like creative inspiration will come to you. So group 1, I hope you have a fabulous week. Let me know in the comments below if it resonates, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys. Hi group 2. So you picked the golden healer, which is such a lovely one to work with, that beautiful sacral and solar plexus. So let's get into your cards for the week ahead. Again, like I said to group 1, and at the start of the video, take what resonates and leave the rest. So we have Know Your Fears, Trust in Magic, Unleash the Wild Within. Ooh. It Is What It Is, and Triumphant Success. So group 2, what does that mean for you? For a lot of you, I really get that sense of, with this Know Your Fears, is facing your fears. That whole feel the fear and do it anyway. So for a lot of you, I'm really getting the sense of shadow work, right? So diving deep into aspects of ourselves that, we have suppressed or pushed aside. Sometimes you may need somebody to help you with shadow work. It might be something that you've been inclined to do with yourself. But this is about understanding your fears. Why are you feeling it? Is it something that is coming from yourself, or is it something that somebody else has projected on you and you've taken it as your own? So this is really about grasping that concept of, why do you feel, was say, afraid of, being in a group of people? Is it because their energies are quite intense? Is it because somebody else has a fear and that has kind of seeped into your own belief? Or is it something that you've had a bad experience, and how can you heal from that? So I feel there's a lot of healing energies here, because we have It Is What It Is. So it's about accepting the past for what it is. And sometimes that can be very difficult because there are certain things that we have to heal from within the past that are very difficult things and challenging things that we have gone through, that we faced, that we may face still to this day. And I know it is what it is, kind of sounds a bit dismissive, but it's not meant in a dismissive way. It's about accepting the past for what it is and how can we move forward, right? It's about really, I keep hearing the sense of like trusting the process, and healing is a process. It's not linear, it's not straight, it's not pretty, it's not aesthetically pleasing, it's difficult. So when we have this trust and magic and unleash the wild within, I feel these two tie very nicely together, because it's really allowing yourself that space to be. It's really allowing that wild side of yourself to come out, to be free, allowing yourself to have that space, and trusting the magic that happens when you're doing that, trusting that you will be met, you will be held. I feel for a lot of you it's about being held in a very sacred space, because we have the triumphant success. So the sword for me always is a great symbol of cutting cords, whether that be so much as cutting somebody out of your life. Well, that is very extreme, but also cutting energetic cords. I really feel the sense is more here. Now, for some people, it might have to be with cutting certain people out of your life. Again, only you can decide that for yourself. But for a lot of you, it's really about trusting the process and really allowing yourself, like here, you can howl at the moon if that is something you're drawn to. I feel for a lot of you, there's a lot of what some might think are kind of quirky or unusual or different that you're just not inclined to go for because of past experiences are stemming in here, and it's hindering you, it's stopping you from experiencing these things because, oh well, so and so said this about it. This is really about letting that go, because that's not yours to hold. That's their belief, not your belief. So it's really about go do what you love, regardless of what other people are going to say. People are going to talk anyway, so you might as well let them talk about you doing something that you were loving to begin with. Because for a lot of you, I feel this is very deep rooted, this is very healing, and this is something you must do for yourself and only for yourself, not because others are suggesting otherwise, because we have the number one here, and for me, one always symbolizes like the start of a new beginning, a new journey. So it's really about like fresh starts for a lot of you, group 2. I'm really getting the sense of like this week of fresh starts, new beginnings coming in, and it being successful, because you have or will, depending on where you're at right now, create that path, pave that path. Because for a lot of you, I feel this can be along the lines of generational healing, ancestral healing, and that's very deep and that's very detailed as well. So, and we have the golden healer, so knowing that you're supported, you'll be held. And there's lots of affirmations coming through, so I want to pull an affirmation card for you, group 2, to send you on your week. So don't feel overwhelmed. I know that's very easy. Don't feel overwhelmed, but don't let this message here overwhelm you. It's really a thing of saying you must take that first step in this process. And the first step is always the hardest one. I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. So for you, group 1, that means really, I love the flowers here growing, that you will grow, you will thrive, but accepting yourself for who you are right now, because you have so much to offer. That's what I'm getting the sense. A lot of you have a lot to offer to this world. If not all of you have something to offer. So don't be afraid to show it. Show that quirky side, embrace it. And I hope you have a fabulous week ahead, group 2. And let me know in the comments if it resonates, and I'll chat to y'all in the next video. Bye guys. Hi group 3, and welcome to your messages. So you picked the most gorgeous labradorite. I hope my camera is picking up that flash. So this is such a fab crystal. It's all about psychic abilities and spirituality, and I'm pretty sure there's plenty more that are just not coming to my mind right now. So let's get into your messages. So let's see what cards you have. Nurture all you love. Oh, I'm getting a great sense of like gratitude here. Observe in silence. Be graceful in movements and action. Great and full. And here's me saying I'm feeling like so grateful with this. We've heartache and loss. So where are we? I'm really feeling drawn to this heartache and loss first. I really want to address this first and observe in silence. So I feel these two tie in very much together, because for a lot of you, you know, you may be going through heartache, you may be going through a loss, and I feel there's a lot going on with, say, behind the scenes, behind the background, maybe things that you're not sharing, or that you're not addressing, because we have the observe in silence and we have the fox here with this. And you know, this is all about not going head first into conflict, right? Not acting or lashing out because we're coming from a place of hurt. Okay, sometimes hurt people can hurt people. Do you know what I mean? So while you may be hurting, and some people do mean the best, and I know some people don't either, but we can't control how other people react, right? But we can control how we react. We can control how we respond to things. So this is really saying that while yes, you're allowed to grieve, of course, absolutely, yes, you're allowed to be in this sad place, but to observe in silence, really, it's kind of saying that whole don't react, just let it sink in. You don't have to dismiss what they're saying, but you also don't have to hold on to what they're saying either. Yes, it's a lot you're going through right now, and some people mean the best. It might be the best approach, but they do mean the best. And not everybody, like I said, not everybody will mean the best. But this is about just not reacting from this place of hurt right now. Because, you know, and a lot of people might get the sense of, well, you know, you should be over this by now, you should be past this. And grief is very different, heartbreak is very different, and especially if you've actually lost somebody by a passing, or, you know, even as simple as somebody moving to a different country, that is a loss too, because, you know, everybody reacts different and processes things differently, so that, you know, there is no time frame. You know, sometimes you might find 2-3 years down the line of actually losing somebody who has passed on affects you far more than the first year. So everybody's different, everybody's on a different journey, and you know, we'll all experience it differently. But also that if you are the person that is watching somebody going through a heartbreak or a loss, right, just be patient, be kind. It is sometimes very difficult, and sometimes we feel frustrated because we don't know how to help, or we don't know what the best thing, and sometimes just being there is enough. Because if, you know, we have the nurture all you love, be graceful in movement and action, and great and full. So you have, you know, we've all heard this before, you have so much to be grateful for. But when we're in this place of hurt and loss, and sometimes, yes, we can get caught up in self-pity. I don't mean in a case of when you've lost somebody that's passed on, but, you know, we can get caught up too much, that we stay too long in that hurt. And well, it's perfectly fine to process. Sometimes we, you know, we have to pick ourselves up and we have to start moving along again, right? Because there's so much of life to experience. You know, in one way, you don't want to miss out, because this is all about nurturing all you love. You have many different things in your life that you love. It could be a partner, it could be kids, it could be a new house, it could be a garden, it can be a creative project, it can be a pet, it can be maybe a show that you're loving, or a book. But I feel for a lot of you, especially when we have the nurture all you love, is that it's been neglected. It's something that you haven't been looking after for some time. It could be yourself. Okay, so this is about really looking after these things. Really, you know, not even tuning back in, but spending time with that again. Making time for family and friends. Making time for yeah, I know here in Ireland, a lot of the kids now are on summer holidays, so it's maybe making different memories with them. And they don't have to be extravagant things, but it can be anything, such as painting, or going to the beach for a day, or going to the park. It doesn't even have to be that either. It can be having a small party at home if the weather is not great and doing a little movie night. When we have this be graceful in movement and action, I'm really getting the sense of it's about being mindful. For a lot of you, I'm getting the sense of being present, because when we have the great and full, like when we're more grateful for the things we have, the universe sends more things to be grateful for, right? So, or whatever you believe in, I always say universe because that is my belief, but this is really about your cup is feeling empty and filling it up with many different things to be grateful for, to be mindful to be mindful with where you are right now, and to be slow and steady and just present. I'm getting the sense of being present and sending love to whatever it is that you want to heal, and writing down a gratitude list is so important. It's so powerful. Oh, we have a message already. I want to pull an affirmation card for you, group 1. So every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. Now, there we go. We really ties in well with our grateful. Excuse me, great and full. So, feeling grateful. It's not just about writing things down. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful for. Why are you grateful for it? Are you feeling it when you're taking a sip of? Now, for me, it's coffee. Like, I'm so grateful I get to have a cup of coffee every morning, and it's hot and it's tasty. Are you feeling that? That's what it's saying. It's every cell in your body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. So it's really being mindful of every single positive thought you are having. So group 3, I hope this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope you have a fabulous day wherever you are in the world, and I'll chat to you all in the next video. Bye guys.